First, live, local. Good Day Oregon starts now on Fox 12 Oregon.
Accused of murdering her 2-year-old, a mother of 2 on the run since Friday has been arrested. Now she'll face a judge.
Another mother of 2 is still missing this morning, but one couple says they may have spotted Jennifer Houston.
Plus, let the festivities begin. It's a big week in Portland with the MLS All-Star match set to take place Wednesday.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 8 o'clock hour of Good Day Oregon. It's Monday, August 4th. I'm Pete Ferryman.
I'm Kimberly Moss. Let's get right to Andy Carson for our first live local weather forecast. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning. It is time now for our Outfitter's Guide for the day today, and we are going to go with the shorts again today. Short sleeves and the sunglasses, hat, something like that. 79 degrees by noon, up to 90 for the high. Now let's go to Tony.
A little heavy there, Capitol Highway north down towards the area of the Taylor's Ferry off-ramp and beyond down to Spring Garden. Up in Vancouver, though, great north of the Interstate Bridge. The trip through Delta Park, an easy one as well. Here's the Sunset Highway through Sylvan. Still some heavy traffic there and some glare to go along with it. Kim, Pete, back to you in our top stories.
Thank you very much, Tony. After a 2-day manhunt, a Coast Guard helicopter spotted the woman accused of killing her own 2-year-old daughter in a Cannon Beach resort. She's in jail this morning after police on the ground arrested her. Fox 12's Kate Cagle is live at the courthouse in Astoria, where Jessica Smith will be arraigned. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Kim. Well, the Clatsop District Attorney says that he has actually never handled a case like this before in this county. A 2-year-old found dead. Her 13-year-old sister is said to be in stable condition this morning after suffering from what police describe as, quote, critical cuts. Their uncle shared this photo with us. It shows 13-year-old Alana and 2-year-old Isabella. A housekeeper found them inside the Surf Sand Hotel Resort in Cannon Beach early Friday. Isabella was dead, her sister badly bleeding. That kicked off a manhunt to find their mother, Jessica Smith. She's now charged with aggravated murder and attempted aggravated murder. Over the weekend, locals held vigils for the victims in Cannon Beach while police searched for them. Court records showed Jessica Smith's husband filed for a divorce at the end of June. 2 weeks later, Jessica filed for a protective order against her husband. Family members say she was supposed to take the girls for a visitation with their father on Friday. If convicted of aggravated murder, Smith could face the death penalty. The district attorney says he expects to bring more charges at the end of this week or early next week. Reporting live this morning in Astoria, I'm Kate Cagle. Kim and Pete, back to you.
Thanks, Kate. Well, here's some more information about Jessica Smith and her estranged husband, Greg. We learned that the couple stayed at a home on Northwest Groveland Road in Hillsboro back in 2000. The woman who still lives there told us that they stayed with her and her husband for about a month. While she wouldn't go on camera, she tells us she is shocked. Meanwhile, neighbors along a private road on the outskirts of Goldendale say the couple rented a small, secluded home at the top of a hill. Court documents say the couple was going through a separation after Gregory filed for divorce at the end of June. Our coverage continues throughout the morning here on Good Day Oregon. You can also head to our website, kptv.com, for the latest updates throughout the day. New this morning, a Salem dive team is searching for a teenager who may have drowned in Mill Creek. Fox 12's Marilyn Deutsch is here now to tell us what happened. Marilyn?
Salem police tell us that the 16-year-old boy jumped into Mill Creek last night and never resurfaced. Police and fire crews were called to the scene last night just after 9 p.m. The search was on the ground and conducted in the water as well for this young man. Police say he was not wearing a flotation device and that Mill Creek can be as deep as 15 feet in some spots. The current can also be fast in some areas of the creek and slow moving in other areas. Crews say they had to give up the search after several hours because of darkness and hazardous conditions. But that search for this missing teen begins again this morning. So far, we should tell you, authorities have not identified this young man. They've not released his name, but they are going to search for him once again this morning. Kim and Pete, back to you. Thank you, Marilyn. Now we want to update you on the search for missing Dundee mother Jennifer Houston. You may have heard there was a possible sighting of her in San Juan County north of Seattle. The family tells us it's the most detailed lead they've gotten so far. People in Friday Harbor are keeping an eye out for Houston after she may have been spotted on a ferry from Anacortes on Thursday morning. A couple reported seeing the green SUV that Jennifer drives and a woman behind the wheel that matched her description on the ferry.
Jennifer's husband, Callan, says he didn't think that she could make it all the way up to the San Juans without being noticed, but admits this is a first tip that has both the car and Jennifer together. Callan says since Jennifer is still not home, he had to make the painful decision to tell his 6-year-old that mom is not on vacation, but that she is missing.
I was really hoping to just hold off, and then mommy would come walking to the front door, and they're young enough, they'd never really have to know much about it. They might learn about it as they were older. You know, after 10 days, you got to start easing them in somehow.
San Juan County deputies say they're still waiting for the security team with the state ferry system to hand over surveillance video from the Thursday morning ferry ride. Callan Houston says he hopes people will continue to keep an eye out for Jennifer, not just in the San Juans, but in the Portland metro area as well. If you have any information about Jennifer Houston's whereabouts, the tip line is right here on your screen, 503-537-1246. We also have it on our website, kptv.com, where we continue to follow the story. And you can also track it on social media using the hashtag #FindJenniferHouston. New this morning, a man is in critical condition after colliding with an SUV in Vancouver. The crash happened just before 8:30 last night at Norris Road and Northeast 18th Street. Police arrested Nicholas Badger after they determined he was under the influence of alcohol. He was driving the SUV. The other person was on a bicycle and suffered serious injuries to his head and neck.
As part of Major League Soccer All-Star Week, thousands of people gathered in Portland for a big concert at Waterfront Park. Gotta get me one of those tasseled jackets. Love it. The Flaming Lips played a free concert yesterday, but it was on a first-come, first-served basis. They were able to pack up to 11,000 people at the Waterfront Park to enjoy the music. The crowd was warmed up by the opening act, Radiation City.
The best thing that Merritt Paulson has done pulling this together is getting people who aren't necessarily soccer fans to participate and enjoy bands like the Flaming Lips and all the different things that are going on around town.
Great atmosphere, a lot of people, loving it. The weather's nice.
Yeah, if you missed yesterday's show, don't worry. There will be another free show tomorrow night featuring Cold War Kids. That starts at 9 p.m. at Pioneer Courthouse Square. And the All-Star Game is Wednesday night at 6:30 at Providence Park. The game is sold out, but you can find some tickets for sale online. On StubHub, the last time we checked, the tickets start at just under $200, but they go all the way up to more than $1,000 for a ticket. That's got to be a record for a soccer game.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. Maybe. We're close to it.
Yeah. Talking about records, we haven't really broken any records or anything like that temperature-wise.
Feels like we have.
Yes, especially for those of you without the air conditioning.
Well, it's just so consistent.
Yes.
I mean, usually it spikes, but it's just kind of right there.
In fact, we're going to talk about the last almost 2 weeks. We'll back it up 13 days ago to the 23rd of July. It was 68 degrees for the high. We hit 71 the next day, 78 on that Friday, 85 on Saturday. So 82 is the normal high. So Saturday the 26th, that's when we started above average to 85. 88 on that Sunday, and then low 90s Monday and Tuesday, 89 Wednesday, low 90s Thursday and Friday. And what's interesting, for us to call it a heat wave, we need to have 3 days in a row of at least 90 degrees. And we make it 2 and then drop it down to 89, and then 2 more and then drop it down to 87, which is what we had on August 2nd. Yesterday we hit 91, and believe it or not, this morning at midnight we were at 74 degrees at PDX, and it's going to work its way right back up to we think right around 90 degrees, and then we're going to drop it back down below the 90s as we get to Tuesday. So again, we can't officially call it a heat wave. It's just more of a heat nod, so to speak. Let's go now to a neat shot that we have from the river cam. Just a few spider webs, I think, up there on the camera lens. Otherwise, look at the nice river, the beautiful blue skies this direction, and we've popped it up a degree from an hour ago to 67. Winds, very calm out there. Temperatures that we have, other places around the northwest, 61 up in Kelso as well as Olympia. Salem's at 67, 64 in Eugene, mid to upper 50s along the coast, including 58 degrees there in Astoria. We see some 70s as we get east of the Cascades, 74, the Dalles, 72, Pendleton, as well as down in Burns. Meacham's up to 61 right now. Government Camp's at 63, just like Madras, 68 Redmond, and also 68 degrees in Bend. along the coast today. If you need to cool down, head to the coast and head to the central part of the coast. They'll see highs on 64 and 63 for Lincoln City and Newport under mostly sunny skies after some morning clouds. Tillamook will go up to 74, 72 with some afternoon sunshine there in Astoria. Northwest winds at the coast 10 to 15 miles per hour. In the valley, mostly sunny skies. Kelso will go to 85. Everybody else 90 to 91 degrees. For the metropolitan area, West Siders, 89 to 91 will be the top temperature with the sunshine. Beaverton and Tualatin, a couple of places it should hit 80 or 91. Scappoose, Forest Grove will just go to 89. Northwest winds 5 to 10. To the east, Sandy will have a high of 86, 89 in Troutdale, up to 88 Battleground. But then Park Rose, Milwaukee, Oregon City, all going to 90 this afternoon. And then we go over to the Mount Hood area for the day today. Mostly sunny skies. And I think most of the Mount Hood area should stay rain-free and thunderstorm-free. But as you head south through the Cascades, we're looking at a chance for at least a few isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Welch's will have a high of 82, 78 there at Ski Bowl, 72 for Timberline Lodge. Freezing levels at 14,000 feet. And then we go to central and eastern Oregon, and it will be a mostly sunny day. Now we get over to the east and to the south, chance you could see some afternoon thunderstorms developing. Down in Burns, they'll have a high of 86, but up to 90 in Baker City. Pendleton will go to 98, 97 the Dalles, 90 Hood River through the gorge. West winds 10, 20 miles per hour. 7-day forecast. We will go up to 84 tomorrow. Clouds to sun. Low 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, 79 with morning areas of clouds and then afternoon sunshine. By the weekend, we're back into the 80s, 82 and 85 under mostly sunny skies. Lows throughout will be anywhere from the upper 50s to the low 60s. Now, Tony, over the weekend, I was with my wife and we were in Central Oregon. She loves the thunderstorms. We love to see the thunder and lightning. We saw probably 5, 6 nice strikes of lightning. Right. Of course, back here at home, it was just crazy.
Dude, you missed it. It was crazy.
It was all over the place.
Well, and early too. I mean, it was right in the middle of the show, and I mean, it was just amazing. We got tons of viewer pictures of his lightning strikes, and I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, and for us, it was like, oh, I think I saw one.
Yeah. No.
Did you see that? Yeah.
For us, it was like if you went whale watching, like at a whale, like preserve.
Yeah.
With 1,000 whales in a square mile. I was like, whoa, 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 yeah. Yeah, it was an exciting morning. Hope you had a chance to enjoy that. Heading out right now. Not too bad. This is probably our slowest traffic around the metro area. That's the Sunset Highway from Sylvan down to the 405 interchange. So yeah, it's kind of dragging along down there. But overall, I'd say we're doing better. Still going to see, again, that slow traffic on 26. That's where it's kind of glowing orange there, reflecting that heavy traffic. And it stays slow from the Sylvan all the way in towards the downtown Portland area at this point. So yeah, still some backups around this part of the drive. I-5 northbound Wilsonville into downtown, 22 minutes, and most of the heavy traffic, of course, is in the curves on the Sunset, about a 7-minute trip from Cedar Hills Boulevard down to the Vista Ridge tunnels and along the Banfield coming inbound now. Out of Troutdale looks good when you get beyond 82nd Avenue. You kind of wade into some of that heavier traffic, and from there down to I-5, 10 minutes, and you're all the way down to the east side. Guys, right back to you.
Okay. Tony, thank you. 8:11 now, straight ahead on Good Day Oregon. A ceasefire is in place, but fighting between Hamas and Israel is still happening in some areas. More on the Middle East and the situation there coming up.
Plus, good news for people in Ohio after tested showed water so toxic, people there couldn't even take a shower with it. You're watching Good Day Oregon, first live local.